Grade R learners can understand different representations of data. It is important to use data from their everyday life, starting with people graphs and then moving to other representations. Data can be represented by means of a graph. The first graph learners can make is to stand in a row of boys and a row of girls. This can be represented in a graph when learners draw themselves, and then this can be stuck to a poster. The important factor to remember when making graphs in grade R is that learners cannot read yet, and that the display has to speak by means of pictures. When representing data by means of graphs, there are 7 steps in order to compile this graph. Step 1. Create a hypothesis. Learners investigate in a problem. For example, we think that people waste more paper than tins. Step 2. Gather the data. Learners go outside the classroom and collect waste, tins and paper. Step 3. Sort the data. Back in the classroom, learners sort the data. Cans on one side and tins the other side. Step 4. Place the data in a countable formation. Learners put the data in a countable format. Step 5. Analyze the data. Pictures that represent the real data are pasted onto a pictograph board. Step 6. Make deductions. Learners make deductions, for example, 5 papers and 3 tins were wasted. And step 7. Answer the hypothesis. Learners answer the original statement, we waste more paper than tins. The way data is organized should be directly related to the question that resulted in the data being collected. Data should be organized in a logical way before a representation is made, as a representation of data will only make sense if the data is structured in a logical way. This organizing of data can be as simple as sorting objects into 2 piles, as illustrated by the following activity. The hypothesis or question would be, which do we have the most of, red or yellow blocks? In order to find the answer to the question, the learners will need to organize both piles of blocks in such a way that a comparison can be made. This is made possible by placing blocks on top of each other or linking them up. A one-to-one comparison can then be made. As learners start asking and investigating more complex questions, the process of organizing data will become more complex. The use of tally marks, lists, charts, and tables will have to be actively thought. A simple chart can consist of tally marks which can then be translated into a graph. Step 1 would be grouping or organizing. There are 6 cats in the one group and 12 dogs in the other group. This is a very concrete visualization of the data set. Step 2 is the tally chart. And step 3 would be to split the information gathered into a simple graph as seen on the screen. More complex charts and tables can be used as the learner gains knowledge and confidence. The ability to classify information is an important skill when organizing data. Different types of classification result in different graphs. The chart could be made according to different attributes of pets, which would result in a completely different graph. The question here would be, what are the colors of the dogs? The emphasis should be on the way graphs convey information. When learners construct their own graphs, they will be able to learn how the data collected can be displayed, but the construction of graphs must be taught. Material for the construction of graphs should be provided. This can include grid paper, graph paper, a graph mat, a craft wall or large sheets of paper which the learners can fold or divide. If nothing else is available, newspapers lined with markers will also do.